ready to hit the like and share button on YouTube and Facebook. This is the Hot Rod Podcast with Ron Foreman and Brady Wright. We literally live, eat, and breathe cars. And here we are with the 353rd episode of the Hot Rod Podcast. Brady Wright, Ron Foreman, and holding forth as we usually do. Looks like we got a good guest tonight. Her name is Mauri Mosman, and she is one of the leaders or strong points in the Order of Eastern Star chapter locally, which is the women's organization that complements the Masonic organization, if I'm saying this right. We're going to ask her about it for sure.
Sure.
But they're putting on a scholarship car show, and supposedly it's going to be pretty good. I met her briefly at the last meeting of the Inland Northwest Car Club Council. So she said, we're doing this. It's our first time, and we kind of want to check it out. I said, well, come on the show and we'll talk about it. So that's
I'm looking forward to meeting her. I'm looking very forward to meeting her. That's going to be a really good show.
We're going to meet her in a moment. Hi, I'm Brady Wright. I'm the founder of the Idaho Hot Rod Hall of Fame, and I got some big news coming up that I think you'll want to know about. Now, if you're a car person and you're in Idaho, especially North Idaho, you probably are aware of the organization, but just in case you're not, what we do is we recognize hot rodders, clubs, and people who support the sport of hot rodding all through the state of Idaho. It is for Idaho people only. Every year we have an awards banquet that recognizes a hot rodder of the year, a young rodder of the year, and a car club of the year throughout the state of Idaho. Now, you probably wonder, how do people get nominated and how do they get the award? Well, the nominations come from you. If you go to our website, that's Idahof, IDAHHOF.org. There is a nomination form there. You can download it, or you can send an email to idahof@gmail.com, and we'll send you one for yourself. And when you send them in, all of the board gets together once a year, usually in the fall, and we decide who's going to get nominated and who's going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame for that year. Now, our banquet is coming up in about 2 months. We're looking to do it in about September, so you have July and August to fill out your nominations and get them into us. It's real important. The nominations are self-explanatory. The form is real clear, and if you fill it out as completely as possible, whoever you nominate, or whichever club you nominate, has a pretty good chance of getting in. We induct one hot rodder of the year, one young rodder of the year, and one club of the year every year. But you can put your nominations in at any time. If we don't choose the person you've nominated, for example, this year, they may get in next year. Just depends on who else gets nominated. It's idahof@gmail.com or idahof, IDAHHOF.org on the web. We're also on Facebook. If you have questions, you can ask them right there. We look forward to getting your nominations in, but do hurry. We need them by the end of August 2023. So with us tonight, as mentioned in the opening, is Ms. Mauri Mosman, and Mauri is kind of the coordinator, the voice, and the words behind the production of a car show that's for a kind of a special organization. Welcome, Mauri.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hi, Mauri.
Hi, Ron.
So this is like a 3-region show, because Mauri, where are you located while we're doing this? Are you in Spokane? Or?
Well, I'm located in Post Falls.
Oh,
the show is going to be held in Rathdrum, which is about 6 miles up Highway 41 from us. 7 miles from I-90.
Yeah. So let's kind of do the who, what, where, when, and why. The show is, as I understand it, it's called the OES Car Show, and OES stands for
Order of the Eastern Star.
And the Order of the Eastern Star, if I'm not mistaken, is the I don't want to say an auxiliary, because it's really not. It's the women's arm of the Masonic organization. Is that right?
That is correct. It was formed in the 19th century, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Order of the Eastern Star is affiliated with the Masonic organization, and it's for wives, sisters, mothers, and daughters of Master Masons and Master Masons. And our particular chapter was formed in February of 1896.
So you've
We
been
have been
around
in
for a
the
little
Coeur d'Alene
while.
area.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't look that old.
Well, actually, I am a 54-year member of Eastern Star.
That's just
Wow.
too good.
Well, I have been invited to join the Masons if that makes any difference at all, or if not, that's fine too.
Well,
Obviously, a man of good
they
character.
do good work. They do good
Yes,
work.
they do. Yes, they
I
do.
will, before we get into the details of the show, I just have to share this real quickly. Maury and I met at the last monthly meeting of the Inland Northwest Car Club Council in Spokane. And obviously, I'm a member over there in two different configurations. But we were talking about the show and her organization. And I shared with her then, my mother was a member of the Eastern Stars. And
Oh, wow.
she was because my dad was a Mason and a Shriner. And he was there. He joined his original temple, I think,
Small world.
in Thompson Falls, Montana. And then when they moved to Seattle, he transferred to a different temple over there. But yeah, I remember her getting the magazine, every month, and she was, devout in terms of showing up to the meetings and all that kind of stuff. So it was when our mutual friend Allison said, "Oh, you have to meet this person. She's, Eastern Star. Do you know about them?" And I said, "Yeah, I kind of do." It's great. So it's really sort of
Sure. Awesome.
pass for me. Yeah, yeah. So we had this conversation at the meeting, but let's tell everybody. Tell us about the show. What is the show? What's it for? When's it going to be? And give us some details.
Okay. The OES Scholarship Car Show is a benefit to raise funds for scholarships for seniors in Kootenai County, Idaho. All of the funds will remain in Kootenai County. 100% of the money taken in from car registrations are going to scholarships.
Nice.
We're
That's
going
awesome.
to cover our expenses through our concession stand sales and through our 50/50 raffle.
Okay.
So let's see, what should I say?
Well, how much is the registration fee?
Okay. Pre-registration, which we really need to have it by about the 25th of April, is $25.
Okay.
And you can get a pre-registration form by sending it to Mauri, Mauri, Mosman, Mosman, at gmail.com. All one word, Mauri Mosman. Just ask for a pre-registration form and I can email it to you right away. Drop that in the mail and send it to me, and we'll have it all put together for you when you arrive at the car show. Day of the event.
We will run that address below the screen here.
I was going to say we could probably post that for you on our podcast for you.
Well, we'll post it on the show link, but we'll also link it right here in the show so people will see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Perfect. I would love to be running back and forth to the post office and getting all those registrations. It's for a really, really good cause. Let me tell you about our scholarships.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is the first year we're doing it. My chapter asked me to be one of the court chairmen of our scholarship committee. And my co-chair has been responsible for handling the scholarships that go through the Idaho Grand Chapter. And I talked the chapter into doing something that would remain in our community so that we have a better presence in our community. So these scholarships are for any form of higher education. It can be college, it can be VOTEC, it can be to cover expenses on an apprenticeship anything like that. And you don't have to be in a public school. The STEM academies, all of the other academies are being included in this, as well as homeschool seniors.
Oh,
And
that's
they
great.
don't have the opportunities that a lot of the high school seniors have to get to scholarships.
Right.
The chapter has put up $1,500 to guarantee 3 $500 scholarships this first year.
Very nice. And
That's our commitment.
can I ask about the scholarships now? Obviously, you're saying that it doesn't matter what sort of education, it's pretty broad from that standpoint. Does the education or does the school that would, provide the education need the scholarship, does that school have to be in Idaho or can it be something out of state if they chose to go to an out of state school?
It can be any place they're going for their higher education. The seniors will be notified at their what do I want to say, their assemblies or whatever, if it's a public school, or they will be notified through whatever, like if they're homeschooled, they have a school place that they go to, but they will be notified and a certificate awarded to them, and then the funds will go directly to the school that they will be attending.
Got it. Now let me ask you this. You're going to collect the money through the auspices of the car show, obviously, and afterwards you'll do the bookkeeping or whatever it's going to end up being. Will you award that money or those scholarships pretty much right then and there? I mean, within a month or so of the end, or will you at least notify the people that they're going to get them, or is it go into a fund to provide when people apply for them? How does that work?
Well, there is already money there.
Okay.
That we have fronted. Hopefully we will earn enough money through the car show that we can put the majority of that back into our coffers to work on the next car show. But there will be 3 scholarships awarded this year. These scholarships must be turned into us by April 30th, and they will be awarded this high school year.
Got it.
That's awesome.
That is truly awesome. And I can say this about Ron. Ron has been doing car shows for a long, long time. And most of Ron's car shows through his club and other things are done for some sort of charity. And he's big on, we'll do a show for you and we'll give all the money to your charity. So this I'm sure this speaks to Ron's heart. Let me ask you one other question. So when you have decided who's going to get these scholarships and things, will you tell us the names of the recipients so that we would love add that to a subsequent show?
Would love to.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll have to have her back on and ask her those questions when we have her back on.
No, that's not bad. We could have you in
present the winners. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome if they're available to come on the show with you. That would be
That'd
great.
be cooler, dang it.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And if they're not, the announcement of their names and stuff would be just fine as well. However it happens to work out, let's kind of make that a tentative date and we'll do that.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me ask you about the show itself. Give us the dates, the when and where and all that.
Okay. It is Saturday, May 4th.
Okay.
At Majestic Park in Rathdrum. A lot of car enthusiasts know where that is. It's the same park where Taste of Rathdrum is held every year.
Yep.
We have the entire park reserved for the day. There won't be any baseball games or anything going on there. The city has guaranteed us that we have full use of the park.
Cool.
We will be able to get in and do our setup by about 7 o'clock in the morning. So we're hoping to be able to open the gate so people can park by about 7:30.
Nice.
The show is going to go from, basically we'll start judging at 10 and awards will be handed out at 2:30. So it's not one of those, you got to wait until 4 in the afternoon to find out what's going on. My husband and I are car enthusiasts and we do a lot of car shows. We've done probably 50 shows in the last 10 years that we've been campaigning our cars.
Gotcha.
And there's nothing worse than sitting there wondering when they're going to hand out the trophies.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For those who are not familiar with the Majestic Park, if you're outside the North Idaho, Eastern Washington area, you may not be familiar with it. Let me just tell you a couple of things. First off, it is a gorgeous location. It's easy to get to. It's right in the middle of the south part of the city of Rathdrum. But the main thing is, it's all on grass. it's solid. There's no muddy spots or anything like that. And you're right next to the concession area. It's an open air sort of a thing. It's very, very well done. And the entrance and exit roads to and from the field are solid. So even if you had
Yes.
a really low car, if you had a ground scraper, you could get in and out of there without any difficulty. And they've controlled, I say every show I've been to up there, and it's been several over the last few years, they've controlled the parking pretty well. It's a great big open field, so you can lay it out in a series of, theater seats, half circles. You can make squares and lines and whatever it is you choose to do. But no matter how you do it, there's plenty of room. How many cars are you hoping
Yes.
to have?
Well, we would be absolutely thrilled if we could get 75 to 100 cars this first year.
Cool.
So,
Beat
you know,
that?
that would cover our expenses for our scholarships, and it would give us some money to go towards next year's scholarships as well. And we're hoping that as this grows, we can either increase the size of our scholarships or increase the number of scholarships. We have none of the funds from the registration are going into the general fund of our chapter. This is 100% to the
That's
charity.
awesome. Very
Yeah,
cool.
that is exactly awesome, says Ron, and it's
Very cool.
true. There's a lot
We're
of shows
hoping to
do 80
we're
or
hoping to
85%.
cover our, I'm sorry.
Well, I just said that there's a lot of shows that'll do 80 or 85% or something like that, so they can cover their overhead, and I understand that. But being able to say 100% goes to the scholarship, that's pretty cool.
Well, I've done that before.
You have.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and we're hoping that the money we earn from the concession stand, because the ladies in Queen Esther chapter are also doing the concession stand. So
Oh, cool.
we're going to be selling food while we're there, and we're hoping that the funds that we earn off of the concession stand and a 50-50 raffle will cover our expenses of the rental of the park and any of those other expenses we may have. Now we have an absolutely awesome sponsor in Knutson Chevrolet. They have
Cool.
purchased all of our trophies for us.
Very nice. Very nice. And
Our membership creates our trophies for our shows.
Yeah,
They're all handmade, and we have a lot of talent at our shows of our membership, and they create our trophies for our winners and the participants at our show. Can I go ahead.
No, it's all right. If you've got a question, what's up?
Well, Mauri, I have a couple questions for you,
Sure.
specifically for you. You're doing such a great job for the community and all these young rodders. It's so awesome. So I have a question for you. If you were stranded on an island, what are the 3 things that you would love to have while you're stranded on this island?
Good bottle of wine.
Good.
Good people around me. And good weather.
Nice.
Pretty
So
important.
I have some questions that are called that or this.
Okay.
Okay. Chevy or Ford?
Chevy.
Okay. Automatic or stick?
At my age, automatic, but I used to love a stick.
Right on. Good answer. Rat rod or hot rod?
I'd have to say hot rod.
Street rod or custom?
Street rod.
Cruise or car show?
Oh, that's a hard one because I like them both.
Well, you gotta pick one or the other.
I got to pick one or the other. I'm going to say car show.
Oh, cool. Cool. Wide whites or white letters?
Repeat, please.
Wide white walls or white letters on your tires
White
of your hot rod?
White letters.
Right on.
All right.
Steelies, chromies, or mags?
Mags.
Right on.
The secret answer that he
Two-door
gives
or
is
four-door?
discs. discs.
Oh, two-door. Two-door.
Two-door? Roadster or coupe?
Oh. Coupe.
Right on. Thank you so much. I appreciate your participation. It's so nice to meet you, and you're doing such a great job with these kids and sponsoring and performing and adding to our sport. I commend you 100%. Thank you so much. And the kids
Thank
and the
you.
young people appreciate you. I'm sure they don't probably don't realize it now, but they will in the future. Thank you so much for your participation.
Hey,
You're
Mauri,
welcome.
let me ask you one other
Yes.
question before we do dump out of here because we have some time.
Oh, I want to talk more about our show.
Of course,
I'm
and
sure
we
you
will.
do.
Oh, we will. But the question I was going to ask you is, it's nice of Knutson Chevrolet to be providing the trophies. I think that's really
Excellent.
cool.
Yes.
They step up mostly with these things. How is the show going to be judged? Is it a best of or best category? Are you going to have 1, 2, 3 places and stuff like that?
Good
Or
question.
how are you gonna do that?
The first year, we're not doing 1, 2, 3 places.
Okay.
We're doing the best of 30s or older,
Okay.
best of 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, best of
Nice.
90s and newer. So if somebody's got a newer car that they want to put in this show, they have just as much chance as anybody of coming home with a trophy.
Sure.
We're
Awesome.
doing best rat rod, best import, people's choice,
Okay.
best of show, and the worthy matron and worthy patron are going to pick their favorites.
Okay.
Awesome.
Now,
And I know what Ron talks about the special made trophies. We've won a few of those, like from Waterville Rollers when we go over to Waterville to shows, and they're wonderful. And I'm working on my grandson, hoping he'll do something like that for us for next year.
that'd be fun.
Cool. Very cool.
That'd be fun. Well, now here's kind of I know you said 90s and newer was one of your categories. The sort of official definition of a classic car is 30 years old or older, and an antique is 50 years old or older. And that's frightening because 94 is now a classic.
That's
Yes.
right.
So it's hard for me to grab that one because I'm definitely an antique when it comes to it. But
Well, we're not saying this is a classic car show. This is
I
a
understand.
car show.
I
Yeah.
understand. It
Car
kind of
show.
chuckle because in my other hat that I wear sometimes is the Idaho State Hot Rod Hall of Fame. We share categories that people can use, of course, and there are classic definitions of hot rod and rat rod and all those things.
Yes.
But for almost all of the shows, they use the 30-year mark as this is now a classic. Well, okay, and so I think 94 doesn't seem like it should be 30 years ago, but it is.
I know, right?
I got socks older than that. It can't possibly be glasses.
I got t-shirts older than that.
I know. So tell us some more about what makes the show special. I mean, we know the venue. We're going to put up, by the way, the dates and the contact information that'll run below screen. When the show is finally produced. So all of that. But give us some other details on the show.
Okay, all of the entrants will receive swag bags
Of course.
that will have our specially designed dash plaque that we've purchased for all entrants. Plus, we have collected items from the merchants in the area, O'Reilly's, Napa, Uncle Dan's has contributed, Tire-Rama. There are all kinds of merchants in the area, and Parker Toyota has provided us with all of the bags for it.
Nice.
Like I mentioned, we're going to have a 50-50 raffle. We are also, everyone, when they turn in their registration form, will receive a raffle ticket. And we have wait a minute, I had it all written down here. We have over 17 items that we have collected from the, what did I do with it? From merchants in the area. Everything from punch cards for coffee to Metro Car Wash has provided us with a goodie bag that has car washes with it. O'Reilly's has provided us with 2 or 3 wash buckets, valued from anywhere from $90 to $160.
Nice.
They do a
Same
real
thing
nice
with
job with those.
Napa. And we have a member in our chapter that lives up in Bonner County, and Kootenai River Inn, part of the casino, has given us a certificate for a stay up there. Depending upon the season that you stay there, the value is up to $300.
Yeah.
So we
what is
have
the
some
what is the date? Maui, when is the date of your car show again, please?
Right.
Saturday. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
So it's going to be a fun day with as much stuff as we have collected. We're going to be having a drawing every 15 to 20 minutes.
I'm sure.
So yeah. And we're going to be giving it all away.
That's awesome.
Well, so as we're kind of running out of time, I want to make sure that everybody knows the information on your screen, which you will see in just moments. We'll give you the dates for the car show and the contact information for the pre-registration form. Now, is the last question I have for you, is there going to be registration at the show?
Yes.
So you said $25 pre-registration?
$25 pre-registration, $30 day of
30
show.
days. Okay, just wanted to make sure. That's usually kind of how they do it, but I wanted to make sure that was in there for sure.
Right. And
Excellent.
Nice.
remember, it all goes to scholarships.
Yep, and
That's awesome.
So it's the Order of Eastern Star Scholarship Car Show. And cordially, everybody is invited to this thing. It is a wonderful venue. And Mauri, thank you so much for coming on and doing this. And thank you guys in your chapter for doing the show.
Well, and thank you for having us. We really appreciate you helping us promote this.
Absolutely.
Keep up the good work, Mauri. You're doing such a great job. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you.
All right. We will come back in a little bit with more information about the show. Thanks for watching the Hot Rod Podcast. The Rat Bastards Car Club of Idaho loves a good time, and we'd rather build it than buy it. We're a family-oriented, nonprofit car club that welcomes all 1969 and older in the roughest enough, real steel and iron. We're all about old school, traditional hot rods and rat rods. We get together, we have fun, we help each other build, and we cruise like crazy because that's the way car clubs are supposed to be. The Rat Bastards of Idaho is a new class of old school. Our signature event is the Infestation Show every July. Check our Facebook page for location, time, and date. We're charter sponsors of the Idaho Hot Rod Hall of Fame and the Hot Rod Podcast. Join us at cruise-ins all over Idaho and eastern Washington. Joining the club is easy. Just contact us through the club Facebook page or contact us at any event. Check us out on the Rat Bastards Car Club pages on Facebook. That was cool.
That was funner than dang it.
Yeah, she's got a big project ahead of her, and for her first time,
Very highly motivated lady. She's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty slick. And by the way, I love your quiz questions. That's great.
Thank you.
We got to do that every show. That's all there is to
I
it.
am. I'm going to.
That's a win. I love it. She had the first one kind of threw her, and then she went, "Oh, I see what we're doing." We should call it something. We'll have to come up with a cool name for it. I like that.
That or this.
This or that, and that and this.
That or this. Yeah.
I like it. Well, hey, buddy. I guess I'm going to see you in a couple of weeks, but we got another show coming up next week. It's going to be fun. So thanks for listening to the Hot Rod Podcast. Brady Wright.
Next weekend, we're going to be at Brady's place. We're going to rock and roll on his truck, man. It's going to be a great time, and I'm going to take lots of video, and we're going to show everyone what the heck's going on with your ice cream truck, bro.
We are doing a live show.
It's going to be fun. Funner than dang it.
Terrifying, but it'll be fun. We'll see you. Appreciate it, my friend.
Stay tuned. Same rat channel, same rat time.
Same rat channel. Take care. That's it for this episode of the Hot Rod Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe to our show, and we appreciate it if you smash those notification buttons too, so you'll know when a new one drops. For Ron Foreman, I'm Brady Wright. This has been the Hot Rod Podcast. We'll see you on the next one.